Hello Cancer, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting April 10th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you guys, I did make that video all about your rising sign and why it's relevant and why it's not just about astrologers hedging their bets and why you might want to check it out. Well, you can check it out. It's on the main channel page. And you can also, I think even a little reminder is going to show up even on this video, so you can just click on that and open a new tab too. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below and go to integrativemysticism.com. That's my website where you can schedule your own session or order a downloadable video file. It's a self-service system on the scheduling, so you don't have to worry about playing email tag. So what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, in the beginning of the week on the 11th, we've got a full moon in Libra in your 4th house of home and family, forming a charming sextile to Saturn, currently in your 6th house of work, reputation, and your schedule. And this can be a wonderful time for those of you that have been trying to find work either closer to home or to move home closer to work. And a lot of you may even find that there is a way with this angle to start making money out of the home or to be saving money in the home. Those of you who've been maybe thinking about trying to set up a roommate situation, you're trying to move into a place, move somebody in with you, rent out, Airbnb, or maybe a lot of you have been trying to replace some tenants, maybe you're landlords, maybe you're trying to get something in, and it's been a long time coming. This is the kind of energy you want to see because we are creating a perfect marriage between work and home, between Saturn and this full moon, and this energy is going to be with you for the next 2 weeks. Later on in the week, we do have an interesting angle with the Sun conjunct Uranus in your 10th house of career. And there's a big payoff to a rule being broken at the office. And, you know, with the Sun conjunct Uranus, usually it's highlighting a situation where there needs to be a little bit of a mutiny, a little bit of a rearrangement, you know, when it comes to rules, regulations, corporate standards, or cultural standards. Sometimes those things just don't make any damn sense, and it's clearly about power structures. Well, this week there may actually be down with the power structures going on. There's going to be some kind of huge random alteration to how things are done at the office. But interestingly enough, with the Sun, the way it's done is actually going to create an opening for you. Whether it's to promote yourself, get into maybe a different department you wanted to go into, or even find a way to get you into a way to start negotiating and kind of customizing your job profile the way you want. It's leverage for you. So what is going on with your cards then this week, we may ask? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Green Witch. And the Green Witch is interesting because this does talk about a fresh start and a clean slate. And the need for everyone, including you, to have a fresh start and a clean slate this week. You know, remember, full moons bring culminations. And when we look at this card, it's also very important to pay attention to where we need to check our associations just a little bit. When I say associations, I don't mean associates. I mean, what do we associate with our mental cues? You know, in our love life, our professional life, our home life. Sometimes our brains, you know, we judge people from our memories, you know, and with this card, it's kind of saying, be careful this week. New people and new situations deserve all of the benefits of having a clean slate, not the burden of having to deal with the mistakes that other people made before. And you are going to have plenty of opportunities, and you also need to be able to enforce that too, because you deserve a clean slate as well. So there's a huge lesson in this, because again, some people don't give each other clean slates. They don't give you clean slates, and if you've got a bad habit of not giving people clean slates, this is the week you've got to start. That's all I'm going to say about that. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we have the Page of Cups upright. Again, some kind of, you know, token of goodwill is coming your way. In fact, with the Page of Cups, we have this coming in affection, somebody trying to win you over. When it comes to your workplace, sweet-talking you, buttering you up, and this could actually be an offer. This could actually be a job offer that does end up coming to you for personal reasons, and I feel like this might be a thing to pay attention to. Not necessarily like a popularity contest, but people will be looking for people who are easy to work with. Not necessarily just people who look good on paper this week. And I think that you may find that you have that rapport with a hiring manager or an interviewer or whoever you're going to be working with this week, those of you who are seeking work. For those of you who are currently employed, not looking for new work, the Page of Cups upright says again, somebody is going to be trying to make an opportunity very sweet on you, or possibly even trying to negotiate some kind of deal with you that will benefit them, but it will benefit you even more. You know, sometimes people will pay you a lot disproportionately to how much they're asking for of you. And this week, we do have that opportunity, because I think this person's either A, trying to win you over as a friend, or B, they just can't get anyone else to do it, or C, nobody else is right for the job. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we've got the Hermit reversed. Great card for those of you who have been maybe feeling like one of your closer friends, okay, because with the Hermit card reversed, it's major arcana, so we're not just talking about fair weather types, but one of our closer friends, one of our longer standing friends, or longer close ties and relatives, is finally coming back into the picture with you. And you may have missed him or her a lot. You may have felt like this is somebody that I've needed to have around, or this is somebody who maybe they took some space. Maybe they kind of walked away of their own accord to go on their journey and do their own thing. Well, we have the Hermit card reverse saying that silence is going away between the two of you this week, and I want you to enjoy, again, a very, very happy reunion. That's the nice thing about having a month with so many damn retrogrades. It doesn't have to be bad. You can make it bad by freaking out, or you can see the good in it. And the Hermit card reverse is saying the good is having you being reunited with a very strong member of your support system, even if it goes way back when. For your challenge this week with fire, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, we gotta be careful this week. There is such a thing as surrendering too much. Okay, and even the Geminis got this energy. This week I've noticed astrologically the signs are kind of grouped into their, you know, their respective groups. You know, you've got your Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and then they're having a flavor, and then the Leos through the Scorpios are going to have their flavor, and so on and so forth. And for you, we've got a very similar message, because with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, it's kind of saying, don't surrender too damn much. You know, because sometimes the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it doesn't say what goes up must come down. It says that if we take our hands off the wheel, or we think we're trusting to faith, but really we're kind of maybe taking faith for granted, there can be consequences. A hands-off attitude or too passive an attitude will have consequences this week, and the Wheel of Fortune reverse is saying there is going to be a need to start getting more involved. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is also saying this is not a week to be trusting anything to chance or leaving important subjects in other people's hands. Whether it's, you know, we want to leave it in their hands because we want them to prove themselves to us, or we want to leave it into their hands because we want to, you know, we want to share whatever. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is saying this is not a time to be doing that. This is not a wish and hoping and waiting kind of week. And I think that with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, you know, whatever we do just sort of take for granted is okay, might not be so. So again, it's not saying it has to be bad, it just says if you know, if you do make it a point to kind of maybe do a little bit too lackadaisical, maybe less loosey-goosey this week. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Nine of Pentacles upright. Early payoffs in a love effort coming your way. The Nine of Pentacles can often show up when we start to see the fruits of our labor maybe actually work their magic a little bit sooner than we thought. You know, and I think that for a lot of you Cancer people out there, the Nine of Pentacles could indicate if you've been trying to woo somebody over or get somebody's attention, they're, you know, you maybe had this planned out step 1 through 10, and already step 3 they're showing signs of interest. The Nine of Pentacles can also be good news for you and your partner trying to actually maybe reap the benefits of some kind of initiative you put forth very recently, and then you find out you can do it sooner than you could have thought. Or maybe it's not even about when you could have done it, it's about the fact that it's already starting to pay off. The Nine of Pentacles can indicate also a point where you and a partner may actually need to focus a little bit more on, you know, your respective responsibilities, you know, and take some time a little bit apart this week. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. If anything, it's basically saying the Nine of Pentacles is talking about sharing the wealth with the rest of your support system, because you and your partner will actually be finding that your friends and your, you know, it does take a village to hold a relationship together, and that's where the energy is going to be this week. That's where the good fortune is going to be this week. For those of you who are single and looking, again, be prepared for an unexpected payoff or an unexpected sort of pay dirt coming your way in your efforts to actually get close to somebody brand new. Because again, it's happening a lot faster than you think. So that is your horoscope, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.